Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is me and Bianca. We're part of Unadulterated You, and we got another video for you guys. Um, I'm with my partner Bianca.
Yeah, he said it again, just so y'all can hear. It's me and Teddy, and we're back with you guys again. Hopefully, you've been tuning in to our previous shows, especially since we had a little bit of time off. Hopefully, they've been tuning in. I don't know.
I hope so, because I hope this all this work ain't for nothing.
It's never for nothing. I mean, if we can just impact or speak with one person, help them kind of have a better, well-rounded perspective. We want you guys to have that same impact on us, but if we can do it for y'all, it's all good. We with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this next topic we want to talk about, this is actually my idea. So if it's bad, you can attack me, not her. But the question I got for you guys is, do you believe that being independent is God's idea, or is it something that we came up with?
So when you say independent, like what do you mean as far as me maintaining my own household or my own bills, my own finances? What do you mean by independent?
Well, what I'm thinking about independent, I think God does want us to get to a point where especially if you're an adult, you should be able to get to a point where you can handle your own situation and take care of your own responsibilities. But I think God created us as a family or a village, and that we all supposed to be a part of a community so that we all come in and take care of each other, not trying to be such a independent individual where it's all about me and this oh I my accolades. Look at me. Look what I've done. Look what I went to school. I got this degree, and look, I have all this, different things. But I don't feel like that's what God made us to be. What you think about that?
Oh, as far as community is concerned, a village is concerned, most definitely we should all learn to work together and grow together and um, I guess pretty much lean on each other. I do believe
Right,
that. When I was telling you before, you have friends or whatever, utilize your friends, utilize your family, people who
right,
may have some resources or may know some things, use them, you know what I'm saying, to get you to where you're going. And in turn, they've been using you for certain things, not in a bad way, but we can
right,
definitely aid one another. So community wise, village wise, most definitely. Independence, I think that it's different levels, different types of independence. So it really just depends where you are with it.
right, right. Well, I understand every situation is different because every family is not different. I
Mm.
mean, it is different, pretty much. And there's certain circumstances where you gotta get out and do your own thing because that family circle is not there, or they're not necessarily in your corner. But I don't believe that God designed it that way. I believe that, like, I'm not trying to make this about a race thing, because me and you are African American,
Mhm.
and but I remember when I was growing up near my grandmother's house. She lived out there on Long Island, and if you cross this one big road, on one side where my grandmother lived, there was all African Americans, and it was kind of like the project. But if you went on the other side, there was like the Jewish community.
Mhm.
And I used to always look, and I'm like, oh, there's these huge houses. They're like mansions and stuff. But
Mhm.
if you really paid attention, you would look at,
Water.
that's water.
Water. It's blurring it out, but it's water. Yes, it's water.
You sure that's water?
And why is it? It's weird how the thing is blurring it
She
out.
ain't drinking no water, people. What is
What
that?
in the world? It's not wanting to show you. They think it's beer. I'm just playing. It's water.
She getting lit. Don't, yo. Don't listen to this woman.
Look.
But anyway, you messing up my point right now.
No, you don't stop. I was good.
Because you drinking. I'm like,
it's
why you ain't telling me to drink it? I could have went to the liquor store right quick. The liquor store down the street. I could have been lit right now.
If it was alcohol, I wouldn't be drinking it like that. This is water. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. But anyway, anywho.
The Jewish community, they seem like they had big homes, all that.
Yeah, they had the big houses. There was like many mansions and stuff. But if you really paid attention to what was going on, a lot of those houses was real big, but there was like multiple families lived in there. Mm-hmm. So if you were looking at the driveway, there'd be like 20 cars there, and you would say, oh, this guy's balling. There's one guy living there and there's 20 cars. No, it's 20 cars because it's 20 families there.
Now, I will say all Black families are not like that, or African American, whatever. All people of color, all of those families. I see a lot of families that integrate together and work.
See, she's sipping. That's why she's tripping right now.
No, I'm not tripping, y'all. That ain't.
She messing up her word. She's sipping.
Do you really believe that I will do that? No. Listen,
yes, she would.
All Black families are not like ones that can't get along.
But the thing is, I agree with you saying, but don't you think that God made it that way? Where
what I want to know is, what are you getting at? Because I totally agree with you. But what part do you think I wouldn't agree with you on?
Well, the point I'm trying to make is, I think a lot of us struggle, and this is my opinion. You can disagree with me. A lot of us struggle because God didn't design us to live a life where we put all the burdens on ourselves. Like, you have a family for a reason.
All you have. So yeah, my family, like me, I maintain my household. Have I always? No. Have I always been able to? I mean, no. But yeah, I work hard to be able to do that, and so that's what I do. Like, what in the world? What would you expect? Like, you don't want to be called and asking nobody for some money, do you?
I get what you're saying, because a lot of people come off as not trustworthy, but like, as you see, I'm sitting in my house right now. This is my house. It belongs to me. I did this pretty much by myself. I had a little bit of help. Thank God for my mother. I had a little bit of help, but I'm not so independent or so arrogant that I wouldn't mind some of my family coming in with me, and we can all do this together. Like this house.
Now that, so if we're talking outside of a relationship type thing, I want that type of communion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that
community, like family.
I can work with people if I have, but everybody's not. You say you want that. I'm okay with that. Everybody's not wanting that. So where do you find these people, these like-minded people that want that? And when I say want to do it, don't just talk about it. Like, you got to be about it. You say you're going to do it, go for it and do it. This is how the money multiplies. This is how the family progresses outside of money. The family will progress when everybody's willing at all costs to work together, as long as nobody's in danger or nobody's being disrespected. You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you want to work with another individual? But again, we have these conversations all the time. People talk, but where's the walk? You say you would do that. So who are you willing to work with when you say that?
I mean, my family members, but I think...
is it only family that you would be willing to work with?
I mean, there's certain friends that I will be willing to do that with, but I think society does that to us because, like, and I'm not trying to put nobody's business out there, but me and you talk, like you said, you have certain family members in your family that is really, really, really doing their thing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you don't want to knock them, you don't want to hate them, but it's like, you really gonna be balling and living in a fancy condo or a house by yourself? Like,
who are you? What are you doing? I'm gonna have to exit out. That just spelled out one specific person. Are you crazy?
No, it ain't no specific person. No. I know what you said. No. No, I know what you're saying because that's what you're saying. But
I
I'm
know,
saying
but
that,
that person. Let's
listen,
start over right there. Make the point again and describe.
no, listen. There is situations like I know what you're saying. You think I'm going after a person in your family, but there is situations like that in every family.
So,
Every family. It's not just a one situational thing.
mhm.
Every family got that one person that's just killing it. And it's like, yo, do, do you really think God blessed you so you can kill it for you?
So then we don't really know. Again, I told you how I am. We don't really know what any person is doing. We don't know. They could be like some kind of, you know how they have those silent partners and stuff. Maybe
Right, right,
maybe they're not ready to work or wanting to work with you, but they may be working with someone, as a community or as a village, that you described. So
right.
I think at the end of the day, if nobody's working with you, you got to be working with yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel because I've been on one end where I've kind of gone out of the way, going all over the place, trying to assist somebody, and you know what I'm saying. And when it came time for me, that assistance wasn't there.
Right, right.
And maybe in my amateur mind, I expected that. But now when I do things, you know what I'm saying, I make sure not to expect anything, you know what I'm saying? Not even subconsciously. My expectations were really subconscious because I do have a genuine, pure heart to help anybody. If I'm helping, it's because I want to. And if I don't want to, I'm gonna just straight up tell you no.
But like, let's take the spotlight off of you. Use even my family. I don't care about putting my family on the spotlight, but it's like some of us, if we was all to stick together, we not on the same all on the same level.
Mm.
If we was to all stick together, we could all be doing great. But it's like there's always this thing about where I gotta do my thing and I gotta be independent and I gotta shine. It's all about you.
Have you propositioned anyone with the opportunity to, work together?
Of course not, because it's like, why would they want to work with me?
What? Excuse me?
Why would they?
What do you mean?
Because again, it's about we talking about society. Society teaches you where you by yourself and you gotta do you. So why would I tell you to lower yourself to help me?
Lower yourself. Okay,
That's what they
let me
think.
be clear. There's no lowering. We on the same plane if I'm not above. You know what I'm saying? We on the same plane.
Again,
Now, lowering, are you talking about some type of
again,
monetary value that they have added to themselves? Lower.
again, that's what you're thinking, but that's not what they're thinking.
Well, I'm gonna say, so no, God created us all to be able to work together. I believe that. And firstly, it's gonna start with love. But guess what? If the person don't have no love, all good, whatever. There are people who do want to work with you that don't have to be in your family. And they can be in your
Exactly.
family. I heard somebody saying, you like, I know you've heard it, find your tribe. Find your tribe and rock with them. Because
Right.
you know what I'm saying? God will put people in place to advance you or to help advance you when you feel like, oh, your family gave up on you. And then
Right.
your family will come back around just the same and want to work with you.
Mhm.
It happens. So yeah, I wouldn't even say, what I'm saying, any relationship, whatever it is, I don't think it should be forced. So if I'm already not having a close relationship with you family wise, why would I want to, what I'm saying, just close, not force, we just naturally close. Why would I want to intermingle things like finances and businesses and stuff like that could drive us even further apart?
Right.
Because we both have to be like-minded individuals of the same mindset with the same goals. And that's the same thing that happens in relationships. The two people should be like-minded and should have pretty much the same goals. And if they don't have the same goals, then they should be able to share in each other's goals and see how they can work it all together. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree with you, but even with the family thing, it's like again, society and social media and what the world has painted, it's like you already have to make a decision because it's like look, just look at us as kids. Like there's so many kids that already think, at as soon as I finish high school, I have to immediately leave my mom's house. Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain situations that I understand you have to leave because it's not the best situation. But if you have a situation where y'all get along,
Yeah,
why do you have to leave so bad? Like,
that's a great question. Like, that's something that needs to be ended. And that's
right.
why us as people, we, like I was saying in the other video, we really work backwards, you know,
Mhm.
because honestly, even if my child was financially able to move out at 18 and provide their own place or whatever, why would you push them out there to pay some rent to somebody else instead of being able to
Right.
save their money? So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
that mentality needs to end. But I do know that when people, it's a learned behavior, number one. So
Exactly.
not trying to be accusatory towards anyone, but again, also it's selfishness.
Yeah.
It's selfishness. It's and it could be burnout because like you
Right.
said about getting along, some children are not easy to work with. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I mean, that's just the fact about it. So the parent could be burnt out, the parent could be selfish, wanting their own space, and oh, I gotta do this and do that. But the thing is, I think the more you're able to demonstrate love to someone else, I think it proves your love for yourself.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking. Would I, my daughter, like she's 16, she'll graduate within the next, by the end of the year of this
Right.
2021. But she she's like wanting to move and stuff and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm thinking 25.
Yeah, right, right. And that's a good point. And it's like, okay, I understand you want to do that, and that's what society make you feel like you want to be independent. But let's let's take let's take a step back and say, well, maybe I shouldn't make that move. Maybe I should stay with my mom an extra year so I could stack some bread, so I can be more, established.
Mhm.
But instead, you want to take the life, or the lifestyle where you trying to look like you're better than you really are.
Or you just want your independence so bad, and then it's like this is the thing, we bite off more than we could chew. And so yeah,
Right,
retrospectively, I would not encourage that. And yeah, like I said, I'm thinking more like 25. That gives you what you graduated at 16. That gives 9 years to get your credit straight, to not get it straight, but to begin to
right, right,
develop good credit and so many things you can do. You can open your own business. Think about those different cultures that come here, or different uh, what is it, ethnic backgrounds. They come here, and a lot of them haven't attended any higher learning or had any higher education. So it's cool, right? With their businesses
right,
are
right,
flourishing and all of that stuff. So it's free education out here and free resources that can start you out where you think college is the way, but it's not even the way. You know what I'm saying? You could just,
right.
haven't you seen these little, what are they, like little 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, as young as that age, millionaires, having YouTube channels, having gaming channels, even knowing how to invest early on, making money. These
Right,
kids
right,
making money. Why would I push you into a system of thinking that you have to create some debt to earn money?
right,
You don't, because but that's the thing is you can't force a child. So it may be looked down upon the parent that the child moved out at a certain age, but sometimes it's just what the child wants, and you can't make anyone do anything. And it just goes back to our families, how you can't force any relationship. I believe any relationship, business wise, family wise, whatever it is, um, that God wants to flourish, it will be easy.
Right.
Yes, there'll be, some disagreements, but it will be easy, as in we can get along and we come together because we recognize we have the same ideals and goals. You know what I mean?
Well, like for example, I'll give you a perfect example. There's a this particular house, and I'm gonna use this as an example because I think it's perfect for what we're talking about. As y'all people know, I drive trucks, so I travel a lot. And there's a particular stumbling on my words, particular household that I pass pretty frequently. And if you look at the property, when you drive past the property, there's a gate and it has like an issue for the family name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna say the issue, but that whole property is owned by one family. Now there's multiple houses there.
Like
So
a manor, right? And that's what my brother, I said, like a manor, right? Where it's got all these different,
exactly. So it's like they're living a lifestyle where they're independent because they have their own houses, but they're not, living a lifestyle where they're trying to be boastful or try to be like independent where, oh, I need my own. No, they're willing to share the same property on the same thing. It's not, oh, this is my land, this is your land. They're not playing that game. They all share the same name as a family. Now they all have their own houses, but to me, that makes more sense because it's like
it makes sense, but again, it's working backwards, Teddy, because we've not been exposed to that type of living. We've not even been exposed to having those resources from the get-go like those families likely have. I mean, so it's like if we were equipped with that, the knowledge or the ability, the knowledge, I think we would. I'm talking about
no, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
Let me finish. I'm talking about if it began that way.
Okay.
It didn't start the way that it started for us as a people. Yeah, right. I believe that. And the reason why I know, just think about what is that in Tulsa, Oklahoma? Before they burn, people can work together. Black people do come together. Right. And it's not true if you say that they don't. It's just a certain mentality and mindset that can't.
The only reason I disagree with you is because where I live now, there are certain houses where these people are left land because of their family, but they just so arrogant of, no, I want my own. I want to build it. I want to look like I'm doing certain. And they give these lands up. There's like in the particular city, I'm not going to say where I live, but this particular city that I live, there's plenty of land and houses that belong to people in other areas.
I'm say,
and they now listen, they turned the land down. This is their family land. They worked their whole life to have this land and they left it to you, but you turn it down because I didn't work for it. I didn't get it.
Well, I'm so glad that you're saying that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not trying to cut you off.
You know but
you know what these people do? This is what these people do. They will literally not pay the tax. The only thing they need to do to maintain this land is pay the taxes. Mm-hmm. There is no mortgage. You own it. They will literally not pay the taxes so that the city will take it over, and now you have nothing. All because of pride, and you're so busy trying to worry about, because this is not what I did.
Yeah, I think maybe because of pride, but also is laziness. It's also not an ability to get along with people. There's so many different things that are incorporated. But, I have 7 brothers and sisters, 4 brothers and sisters. And actually, this is a conversation that we have often. Surprisingly, we talk about, that thing to incorporate owning land and stuff and doing all that together. We have these conversations. Sometimes it's a brick wall, sometimes it's not. And then guess what? I think when the time is right, you make those deals and you move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's either you're gonna get on the bus or not. Like the train, it's already gone, it's moving.
Right, right,
Like we having these conversations and stuff, and hopefully it can help, someone maybe if you have family that's willing to work with you. But on another note, it's not always that way.
right.
Yeah. So what do you do when you don't have family?
Yeah, that's true.
What
That's
do you
true.
do?
That
I'm
is
asking
true.
you, what do you do? Do you keep building, right?
You keep building, right?
Yeah, I was asking you the family that you described or the people that you described that will leave their land. Are they black people, are you saying? Or
I wouldn't know. They
yeah.
just a
So
house that I saw.
yeah, I understand it. I was listening on Clubhouse one day
Mhm.
and it was a white guy on there. He was talking about that he was willing to sell, that it was his family's land and all of them lived on the land, but he wanted to sell his portion. So it's not just black people.
Yeah,
He
it's
was
not.
offering it up and he said he wanted to help someone, and was gonna sell it for cheap. But
Right.
and he was saying we got land other places that, I can go to. I'm just not selling it. I'm selling it to help people. But on another note, guess what they told him? Just like you said, you should keep your land
Right.
and stay with your family. So what you
Yeah.
gonna do about it? That's the question. We talk a lot about some things, and then sometimes eventually it's time to create a solution. What is a solution to that? For you specifically, you have to figure it out for yourself. And for me, my solution would be at this point right now would be just to continue working like I'm working.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, So
I mean, I understand everybody's situation ain't the same, but it just bugs me out how so many people have an opportunity to grow, but they're so stuck in pride because they want to build their own thing instead of build what they family got.
yeah.
Like, for example, like, let me ask you a question. Say your dad owned a toilet paper company.
Mm,
Your dream might not be to run a toilet paper company, but he's already built this thing. It's already established. Would you just sell it?
no,
Just but that's what people are doing now. Like,
yeah, I know. And I had some people talk to me about how, or one guy specifically, his
right,
family owned a farm and he sold it. He sold he sold the farm. Like what? But don't you know that that's the mentality of younger people who don't have
right, 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 right,
the work ethic to maintain
right.
that kind of land? You know what
Mhm.
it would take? I can't imagine, but that's a part of it that people don't want to be bothered. But then it's like
Yeah.
you're selling over your birthright in the name of
Yeah,
wanting to work.
exactly. Right, right,
A man
right.
that don't work, don't eat.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When it's talking about eating, it's talking about being able to I believe it's lending towards inheritance as well.
Right, right,
A
right,
generational wealth. Eating is not just always some food.
right. And it doesn't mean that you can't follow your dream, but why throw away what your past generation has taken
Work so
decades
hard. Yes, yes.
to build? You know,
Yeah,
like I just don't understand that.
I think that is disheartening. So yeah.
That's why I say, does God really want us to be independent? Because it's like, um, if your family was building a factory that builds toilet paper, I mean, just because you took over what your family gave you doesn't mean you can't use that to open the door to build your dream.
Yeah.
But just to throw away your family's hard work, I don't understand that
But I
concept.
think he made us with the ability to be independent, and it shouldn't be a pride thing that you're doing
Right.
to be alone, uh, a prideful motive behind it. But he did make us to be able to function alone, actually. Does he want
Mhm.
us to have to do that? Will we get
Right.
there 10 times faster if we work together? Yes. But we have the choice. We have a choice.
Exactly. Right. Right.
Yeah.
But I think we summed it up pretty much. But we appreciate you guys checking out our little discussion this evening. And like we said, we're unadulterated. And what's the email address?
It's unadulteratedyou@gmail.com, and our YouTube and Facebook. You can find us at Unadulterated Youth. What else we gonna be doing? We don't have nothing planned, do we?
Nah, not really. I think you guys pretty much figure out. We just play it by ear, like we have regular lifestyle. But
Yeah. So we'll be back soon. I don't know when. Hopefully sooner than later. And until next time.
we hope y'all be blessed.